something called joint venture account. Okay, so I'm going to directly move on to the main accounts and explain you how it works. Now, this is a joint venture account you are seeing. Joint venture's main intention is to do a transaction between two partners. Now, you would have learned something called, in your O levels, something called partnership, right? So here they make a partnership only for a certain period of time. After temporarily they have done the partnership, what they do is they finally make the profits, and they need to know how much profit they have actually made. And if I take, there are two partners. Okay, one partner is here and one partner here. The main concern is they do business together. He also buy goods. He also buy goods. He also sells goods. He also sells goods. Finally, they come to one particular area and bring out their account balances and see how much profit, and they share their profit based on the two's investments. So now this is what we say joint venture account. It's a short-term transaction or short-term partnership made to evaluate a profit. So in easy terms, I can say joint venture accounts is a short-term partnership to make a profit. So now let's see the sum. Okay, take this down. Start the sum now. So you can see we are going to do this sum, this particular one sum. We are going to take it to the entire time period. We're going to do this particular one sum, because rather than doing different adjustments, if we can do one sum and explain, that will save our time. So let's start joint venture account now. A joint venture is a form of partnership formed to undertake one particular transaction that will mutually beneficial to the parties involved. Two more parties may decide to form a temporary partnership in order to engage in business opportunity. A trader may be involved in a number of joint ventures at any one time with the same party or with several different parties. Each party to the venture opens a joint venture account which is debited with all expenditure undertaken in pursuit of the venture payments for goods and other expenses. The account is credited with venture receipts. This means that the full extent of all transactions relating to the venture cannot be found in only one set of books of account. Each party to the joint venture only records the transaction that they have undertaken. Now, for example, here there are two people, Selena and Mika or Micha, whatever the pronunciation. But then in Selena's books of account, you will write about Micha. In Micha's books of account, you will keep a records of the Selena. Now, let's see how they are doing a business here. First of all, we need to open up two accounts, as you can see here. The account's name is going to be joint venture with Micha and joint venture with Selena. So I'm going to open up two separate accounts. So I'll write here joint venture accounts. And let me save this as well. So now we have joint venture account. I'm going to open up two accounts. Joint venture Micha account. Joint venture Selena account. Now my question, who is looking this transaction? Selena accounts is maintained by Micha and Micha's account is maintained by Selena. That's what you need to remember when you're doing this particular sum. So what student get confused is they don't know who is looking whose books. So here I will write in Selena's books and in Micha's books. So here then you will not have a confusion. Okay, easy as that. Now after doing this, I'm not yet done. I'm going to open up another account. The account is going to be a common one, and we say it as memorandum joint venture account. So I'll take here Selena, I'll take it in middle. Selena and Micha memorandum joint venture account. This will take the entire profits of both the companies, and I mean both the profits they have made, and they will share together in this through this account. So I'll take here this way. Now this is almost quite easy to understand. Let's move on to the next adjustment one by one. So you will have a complete view on what I'm going to do on the above transaction. We'll finish the memorandum joint venture along with the Micha's and Selena's transaction. Then it's going to save a lot of time for us when we are doing the sum. So let's see what is a memorandum of account before we move on to the question. So I'll show you. I'll show you the meaning of memorandum of account. Memorandum joint venture accounts mean at this time each party is only aware of the transaction conducted by themselves. They are probably unaware of all transactions undertaken by the other person involved in the venture. They will not know whether or not the venture has been profitable and the amount of cash to be transferred between them to settle their arrangement. At this point, the parties involved in the joint venture will supply the information regarding their transaction to other party. Each party merges all the information into memorandum account. You will recall the memorandum accounts are not part of double entry system. They merely provide additional useful information. The memorandum joint venture account is in reality an income statement for the venture. The account reveals the profit or loss generated by the venture. This profit or loss can be shared in some pre-arranged ratio and entered into partners' individual joint venture account, which is then closed by the cash transfers. Now, what is this cash transfers? Now, when you're doing a business account, you might notice that one particular person would have made a lot of profit. So at that time, what do we do? So where do we record is also what you need to know. So in this memorandum joint accounts, what are we going to learn is about how we're going to bring all both books into one particular place and how are we going to record that. Okay, let's see how actually it works now. Now we move on to the question again and let's start recording it one by one. Selena and Misha entered into a joint venture. They both supply materials and sell the finished goods. Profits are to be shared, Selena 2/3 and Misha 1/3. So material supplied is Selena 3,400 and Misha 2,900. So I'm going to take one by one and record these transactions. So Selena and Misha has transferred the goods. What is the goods value we're going to take? 3,400 on Misha. Selena has transferred 3,400. So in on the Micha's account, okay. So Selena has done 3,400 with joint venture. So we will write here on the amount of transaction, we will write it's a purchase of materials. So I'll record it on the debit side, not the credit side, to show that Selena has put 3,400. Though it is the name is Micha account, the amount of transaction of Selena should be written here because we are using here the term in Selena's book, though it is with Micha, with joint venture with Micha. So now we have goods. Let's see one by one, not in a rush. Then we have Selena's books we have found. In Micha's books it was 2,900. So we're going to record goods 2,900. Not yet done with the adjustment. We have wages paid. So I'll write here. We have wages paid worth 800 and 1,150. So I'm going to record wages paid here. Wages 800 and wages 1,150. So after recording, I'm not yet done with the adjustment. I have a few more adjustments to be done. Micha paid warehouse cost 315. So Micha is paying a warehouse cost 315. So I'll write here warehouse cost. Okay. Then we have the next adjustment. Micha paid delivery cost 199. So we should record that as well. 199 delivery cost. Not yet done. So we have the next transaction. Other selling expenses paid Selena 238 and Micha 307. So we'll take other expenses. $238. Then we have 307. Okay. So then we have the next transaction. What do we have? Cash received from sale is 6,780, 5,220. So sales 6,720, sales 5,000. What is the amount they are given? 220. This 6,780. Yes, sales 5,220. So almost done with the adjustment. Now we need to know, we need to bring all these amounts because now this is in Selena's books, this in Micha's books. Both of them we're going to compile under Selena and Micha's memorandum joint venture. So it's easy for us to do the adjustment because we're going to take the total of both of them. So I'm going to take this a bit bigger so I can write the narration in a more comfortable way. So here I'll write, I'll make it middle, the topic. So here I'll write with the first one, sales. Both of them have a sales worth of 5,220 plus 6,780. Always try to show it in brackets so the examiner knows that you have added these values in this way. You got a sales of 12,000. So you have goods 3,400 plus 2,900. So I'll write here total value. I'll take here 6,300. Then you have wages 800 plus 1,000, 150. It's going to be 1,009. Then you get warehouse cost 315. Delivery cost. So this is an ideal expense only made by Micha's book. So delivery cost is 199. Other expense both of them have made. Okay. How much is other expense? 199 plus, no, 307 plus 238. So 238 plus 307 will give you a value of 545. Now how do I know the profit of this business I have earned? First we need to calculate both the sides. Right? I know 12,000 is going to be the high value in both sides. So I need to know the profit, but before knowing the profit, I need one more adjustment to be done. It says that prepare the entries relating to the joint venture in the books of accounts, Selena and Micha. My concern, did they agree a share ratio? Yes. Profits are to be shared, Selena 2/3 and Micha 1/3. So now we need to find the profits and then readjust the adjustment. How do we find the profits in this sum? Is another question we all are having when we do this sum. Now let's see how to find this profit. It's easy. We have already taken the entire value with both sides. So what are we going to do is we're going to take the total, this total, and deduct from this value, and then we'll finally get the balance. So it's that easy. So we know that the profit of the business. So I'll write here working one to find the profit. So 12,000 was your sales. When you deduct it, this side is going to be 9,309. So I'll take 9,309. Okay, so I'll take 12,000 minus 9,309. And as the sum says that they are dividing the profit into, Selena is dividing it into two and Micha is dividing it into one basis. That's how they have agreed the proportion. So let's calculate the proportion. I'm very slow, so I need you to be patient. So now 2691, I'm going to take Selena's profit and Micha profit. Selena profit is going to be 2691 divided by 3 into 2 because the profit sharing was 2. 2691 divided by 3 into 1. Why we take 3 here dividing? Because the proportion was 2 here and the proportion was 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. That's how we find this calculation. So I'll take 2691 divided by 3 into 2 will give me 1794. So 2691 divided by 3 into 1, both of them will give me a value of 897. So I'll write here profit. So we have two profits people have earned. One is venture, we should say venture profit. It's better I put one more column to make it much understandable. So here I'll write Selena. Here I'll write Micha. To make the sum balancing 1794 and 897. Not yet done. Now we have done the memorandum joint venture. Now what we need to know is how much money Micha should give to Selena or how much Selena should pay to Micha. How do we find that adjustment? It's very simple. We need to take the total of both the accounts and find out. So I'll start with Micha, I mean Selena's account because the sales looks great in Selena's side. But first of all, I'll transfer the profit and wage so it's easy for me to do the adjustment. So here I'll write share of profit. You can, if you want, you can write memorandum account. Okay. As I have very limited space, I won't write in this way. Share of profit. So what is the share of profit they had here? 1794, 897. Okay. So now we are almost done with the sum. Just want to take the total on both sides. This side and this side. Taking the total. So now this side looks 6,780. So I'm going to take 6,780. And then I'll see here 6,780. Here I will also make a calculation. But as much profit has been shared by Micha, we know that there's going to be a balance, a cash transfer balance to Selena's, from Selena's account, we see a lot of transactions have happened. So let's see how much cash transfer she's going to make. 6,232 is the value she is getting. So this balance is the transfer, cash transfer. 6,780 minus 6,232. 548 is going to be cash transfer, cash paid to Micha. Why they are paying cash paid to Micha? Because this is the higher transaction and she's making them more profit. So from the balance she have made from the business, she's transferring it to Micha. So now it will get balanced most probably. So now when I add these values, that should get balanced in both the accounts. That's how this actual account is made. So now this is on debit side here. So this should be on credit side, this side. We'll write here, the better term to write there is going to be cash received from Selena. So now you might see this account will balance 5,220 plus 548 is going to be 5,768. And on the credit side also it will balance 5,768, which means if it doesn't balance the second account, your sum is completely wrong. Somewhere you have messed it up. So this is the complete picture on what we have done. Can you please take it down? Did you understand this part?